welcome to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
You know, we're just a week into Season 6, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of everything new in the game.
There's so much going on, and for my team fans, there are a ton of new cards up for grabs. Here are Brian and Sasha with a new event series called Player a Day.
Wait, did you say a card a day?
Watch and learn like everyone else, Chris.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tobias Harris, since he was 10 years old, has spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game. Made me
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. Here are the five for the Raptors. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the three, the small forward. And for Philadelphia. And the small and power forwards are Thibault and Harris. Harden out there with Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the center position. Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby, buries the long-range jumper.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
It's Harden with the drive. The shot's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Harden. Here's Embiid. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They are looking to bounce back after the bitter loss on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Another miss by Harden.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Misses off the right iron.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Second chance shot, and that one's good. Maxey.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Trent. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Green, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Siakam, and finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing here by 8. Over to the wing. To the right side. Good. Embiid's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They've scored 7. Siakam is. Just taking off and finishing with power at the rim.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Right wing. Here's Embiid. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Embiid's got his third basket of the night right there. Here's Siakam. The shot will not fall. Now the 76ers take it the other way. On the wing, Green. Van Vliet against Harden. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here's Maxey. Harden outside. And Harden hit the stuff.
Boy, I love watching Harden pack the rock. Has an unlimited number of moves to choose from. Endless.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the 76ers with some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Joel Embiid. George Niang comes in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Maxey.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail by 6. The drive by Green. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively. And that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either's O.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Here is Harden. He's got 8. From deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And Van Vliet, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And love how crafty Van Vliet is on these drives. Just daring the defense to get physical with him.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Raptors lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And a bit of a lull in the play of Joel Embiid. He sees the need to turn up the heat a bit.
I think I need to, be more aggressive. Just look to impose myself, just look to dominate.
And certainly Embiid has shown he can dominate.
MVP level talent, and he's just got to bring it every time down the floor.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
We've got Green. Korkmaz is out there with Harden. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Niang in a power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Harden. 8 points for him. And the jam by Harden.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, cinching when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
The 76ers trail by 5. The shot by Harden. Wide open. Second shot opportunity, and Millsap with the layup. Millsap's got his first 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Inside, Siakam. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Here's Trent. Makes it off the glass. Trent's got 10.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Niang passes to Korkmaz. That's tipped. For the finish, and Siakam throws it down.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
The 76ers trail by 7. Harden outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hand under 2.5 minutes played so far.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Anunoby. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Well, you know, Harden will do that every chance he gets. He cleverly goes into the defender looking for the contact to draw the foul, and nobody does it better.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunity.
Toronto leading by 4. Siakam finds Anunoby. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Flynn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Embiid. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, Gia, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. He's checked in for Kem Birch. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. James Harden, number 1. .105 left in the first half of the game. No good on the shot. Good D by Barnes. The drive by Siakam. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
You know, Harden's done a nice job really increasing his playmaking over the last few years and excels at finding teammates.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
From deep three-point. Go!
Count it.
At the buzzer!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Toronto ahead, up 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Doc.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, for the Raptors, checking out Toronto. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, their strategy to come inside has worked well so far. I wouldn't get away from it if I was drawing up the second half plan. Keep working into the posts, and you got to win that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Toronto right now, large spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Anunoby out there with Young, and it's Birch in at the 5. And it's Harden with the ball for Philadelphia. 8-point game. Pass to Embiid. Harris looking it over. Here he goes. Goes back up. Kept alive. They shoot again, and he makes the bucket. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Van Vliet brings the double team. Now, here's Thibault, defended by Trent, and the shot goes in from Embiid.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. That one falls.
Boy, this is the threat that Harris poses now. He's a scorer from every level. Inside, three-point land, and at the rim.
And the Raptors call time here.
Your sixer, Maxey.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Paul Millsap is checked in for Joel Embiid. George Niang comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Green in for James Harden. Boucher, the shot's good on the assist by Flynn. And the Raptors lead by 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Millsap. Boucher with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
The 76ers shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. The pass to Millsap. On the wing, Harris. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Ajua, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Maxey. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And the shot goes down.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Philadelphia shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Maxey. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pass to Achua. Offline with his 3. 76ers have gone a somewhat so far 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Maxey. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Mikhailuk. No good on the 3. On the wing, Harris. They kick it out to Green. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Hey, he's amongst the best shooters in the game, and Green is not a creator. We know that. He's a finisher. He works extremely well off the pass.
Toronto calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
The 76ers making a switch here. Korkmaz is checked in. Some changes for Toronto. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Millsap. A shot off that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And that one's good. Barnes. And it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Korkmaz. 76ers moving the ball around. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Korkmaz has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. He gets that one. And the Raptors lead by 7.
And it's not easy to get that shot on target with so much contact. Siakam just shakes it off, determined to finish through. And he just pushes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time. And the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Raptors lead by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Korkmaz is out there with Harden. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Niang in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Harden with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from James Harden.
And, you know, this team expects Harden to dominate like this. It's amazing how easy he makes it look.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Trains the three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Van Vliet kicks to Trent. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist in the game. And there's the drive. Banked in off the glass. Korkmaz has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, you got to remember now, Harden, as good a scorer as he is not just a scorer. He's a shrewd dime dropper, too.
To the inside. Anunoby finds Barnes. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Korkmaz. It's hauled in by Trent. Raptors leading by 4. Van Vliet attacking. Good on the bucket.
And wheeling himself to the basket. Van Vliet has earned his spot in the NBA. This guy hard to deny.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the 76ers. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Embiid, no good. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Siakam. Here's Anunoby. And it's off from 3-point range. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. Pretty nice efficiency there. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Niang. Here's Trent. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
And the 76ers call time here. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Maxey comes in for Korkmaz. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. Harden bounce pass. Shot on the way, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And Siakam has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. And the Raptors lead by 8.
A high-energy wing with a solid all-around skill set. Siakam is developing into a quality go-to scorer.
Embiid, no good. Toronto's on 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Siakam, that's good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Harden against Flynn. Out left to the wing. There's Embiid. Connects on the 17-footer.
You'd think that Embiid would always go inside, but with his stroke, the mid-range is a good option, too.
And finished off by Siakam.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Raptors.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
The Raptors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Quinn trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here is Harden. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Young, OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet.
29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Popped up there for Embiid. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Jordan. Charles B.
With the shot. Misses off the left eye. Now the 76ers with it. They trail by 7. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Here's Maxey. Rebound by the Raptors. Trent with it. Off on that one. So it's Toronto winning this one. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't Greg big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Gary. A second rounder in 2018, but now you're a key contributor. What does it mean to you to have the confidence of this team?
It's unbelievable, you know. Your teammates trust you. You know, those type of players, those vets, trust you. It's a great thing, you know. Me and the coaching staff, we work on this every day. So, you know, it's great to finally see it paying off.
Man, I know you've put the work in, and I'm glad to see it happening on the court. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.